Good morning, everybody. I am looking forward to today's workout. We have a good mix of band exercises as well as body weight, some balance, some stretching, all kind of built in together. So equipment-wise, you need a mat if you want a mat for being down on the floor. We're gonna be on our hands in a plank position twice. And we're also gonna do some walkouts and go all the way flat. So you may want a mat. The only other piece of equipment that you're gonna need is a band today. Preferably something in the lighter range, but if you need to go heavier, we can modify. All right, guys. Let's get started. Our first group of exercises, we're gonna hit for 30 seconds, 3 rounds through. You will need your mat to get started. I'm sorry, you need your band to get started. I was standing on my mat when I said that. So we're gonna take the band underneath your left foot. One hand on each handle, band under the left foot. What we're going to do is step out into a lateral lunge with the right leg, and we'll end up taking our high row with the right side when we get there. So ready, 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Lateral lunge, big high row, all the way back together. Very nice. Remember your important cues here. Sit back with your hips, elbow comes nice and high, squeezing between your shoulder blades, and push all the way back together. Don't get lazy and get stuck halfway back. Really drive through that outside leg. Time for one more. Then we're going to turn this one into a reverse lunge with a bicep curl. Same foot is on the band. I'm going to step back with my right leg into a reverse lunge. The band's probably going to go loose, that's fine. Back together, tap that right foot on the ground, bicep curl out of both arms. Step back lunge, come in, bicep curl. By just tapping the toes on the right foot when you step back together, working a little bit of that balance on that left leg, keeping all those supporting muscles nice and tight. One more. Very nice. Now we're going to switch feet. Take that band underneath the right foot, chest nice and tall. We're going to step out with the left leg. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Left side lateral lunge. Left side high row. All the way back in. Lunge. Big high row. Excellent. Big squeeze. Awesome, guys. Drive back all the way through that outside leg. The bigger the lunge, the better. Try to sit it really low. Last one. Very nice. So we're going to take that left leg back into your lunge. Back together. Just tap those toes. And curl. Lunge. Tap. Bicep curl. Try really hard to keep those elbows right by the side and not swing them forward into that bicep curl. Nice strict curl. We got about 5 seconds. Give you one more. Awesome. To the ground we go. Leave your band. First exercise is going to be our power pike. This is that plank to pike that we all like to do because it feels so good when you push back and stretch. Ready, everybody up in that plank. Abs in nice and tight. Drive back. Open up the shoulders. Try to take your head through the middle, stretch the back of the legs. Back to plank. Drive back. Back to plank. Every time you come back to plank, think about really tightening the abs and the glutes and locking everything together. Very nice. Hang in there, guys. We're almost there. Last one. Plank. And drop those knees. We're going to take this one into our kneeling pointers. We're going to stay on one side. So I'm going to take my right hand and my left knee, and I'm going to tap them in the middle. And from here, only those sides are going to move. So I'm going to reach forward, stretching my foot and my hand as far away as I can. With control, bring them back in. Reach and in. Good. Remember, you have 3 points of contact with the floor. You have the hand that's on the floor and those fingers. You've got the back knee and you have the back foot. So we're fighting out of 3 places to stay as steady as we can. Last one coming up. Excellent. Switch sides, right into it. Abs in tight. Reach. And bring them in. Reach. Really think about stretching your body out as long as you can. Make sure that the abs are pulled in tight so that you're not sagging through the middle as you stretch. You want to maintain that nice long body line. Almost there, last one coming up. Excellent, we're back to our feet. Back to that band, starting with it underneath the left foot. Just like last time, we're gonna take that lateral lunge with the high row out of the right side. 3, 2, 1, here we go. This is round 2 of 3. So your biggest goal on this round is to see if you can sit a little bit lower on that lunge. So sit it down low, press those hips back, drive it all the way back together. The lower you sit, the harder it is to come back together, but the better for you. This is your last one. Excellent. Take that free right leg back into your lunge and curl. Very nice. On that lunge, shift your weight back into that foot. Chest stays nice and tall, but push through the heel of the front leg to get back up every time. Last one coming up. Excellent. Let's switch sides. Band underneath the right foot. We will be stepping to the left. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice low sit, big high pull. Excellent. Remember, you can make adjustments at any time. If you have a band that feels pretty heavy, you can always give yourself more slack on your pulling arm. So you would step your foot farther to the right on your band. Last one. And into that lunge. You can always give yourself more resistance too. On the bicep curl with one leg on this one's a little bit harder to give yourself more resistance. But on the lateral lunge, you can shorten your band, or the distance between your rowing arm and your band that's underneath your foot. Nice job, guys. Almost there. One more coming up. Awesome. To the ground. Into our power plank first. We're going to add a variation for those of you who are looking for a little bit more challenge. Up in that plank. Push back into your first pike. From here, if you want a little bit more challenge, take your left hand, reach it toward your left toe, and back to plank. Drag back and switch, right hand to right toe. If you're looking for a little bit more challenge, but maybe not this degree of challenge, the alternative is to try to just shift and pick up a hand. You don't have to reach back for your foot. Any kind of lift of that arm, of one arm, will shift the weight and force one shoulder to carry a little bit more weight, which is a really good thing. Last one coming up. And drop it down. Right into our pointers. This time I'm going to start with my left arm and my right leg. It's the opposite of last time. Does not make a difference if you have forgotten your side. I just know that I'm weaker on one side versus the other, so I try to start with that side. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Think about those 3 points of contact. Also think about the distance between your bottom of your rib cage and the top of your hip bone that's on the ground. Now I want you to think about that distance not changing. A lot of times when we reach the arm and the leg away, The back arches, the abs release, and we increase that space between the ribs and the hip. Maintaining that space is a really good challenge for the core. Switch sides. Get yourself nice and set. Points of contact in the ground. Opposite side lifted, here we go. In and reach. Think about that spacing. Think about nothing moves. Keep your eyes focused on one spot. Right out a couple inches in front of your hand, basically, which for most of us should mean eye contact is straight down to the ground, not lifting the head back to see out in front. Last one. All right, guys, we're back up on our feet for our final round of these. Grab onto that band. Take a quick deep breath. We're going to start with that band back underneath the left foot. So on our final round here, your goal is speed. Can you pick up your pace and get a couple more reps in than you did the first two rounds? Still sitting low, so don't shorten your range of motion. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You've got 30 seconds. Give me as many as you can. Remember, you're not coming back to this exercise to really wear out that right leg. Squeezing between your shoulder blades. Elbow nice and high. Come on, guys. We got 10 seconds. How many more can you give me? Give me 2 more. Give me 2 more. Yeah, last one. All right, we're gonna go right into that lunge. Same leg moving. Step it back, up, and curl. In order to get more reps on this one, start your curl as you're coming up. It's gonna challenge that balance a little bit more, which is always a good thing. Awesome. Big lunge. Up and pull. Last one coming up. Yes, switch sides. All right, stepping off that right foot. Chest up nice and tall, take a big deep breath. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Push that pace. Lunge, pull, and together. Lunge, pull. Excellent. Big pull. Nice stretch through the inside of that long straight leg. Come on, guys. Less than 10. Can you give me 2 more right now? 1. Last one coming up. Awesome. Right into that lunge while the legs are tired. Here we go. Lunge. Curl. Knocked myself off balance. Remember, we're trying to curl on the way up now. Start that curl. Finish it out, guys. Last lunge is coming up. 1 more, 1 more. Very nice. You are done with that band. Set it to the side. Back down to the ground for our last plank power pike. Up in that plank. Remember what your challenge options are. 3, 2, 1. Drive it back. Reach or lift a hand. Or just shift your weight to the side. Anything that will push the challenge a little bit more from one shoulder to the other is good. It changes the symmetry of our body. It makes our core work a little harder. 10 seconds. Come on, keep moving, keep moving. Don't quit on me now, last one. Drop those knees. Alrighty, back to those kneeling pointers. Pick your starting side in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Find that focus. Nice deep breaths. Big strong reach. Good pressure between the knee, the foot, and the hand. Nice, guys. Stay with it, all 30 here. Even if you have to lessen a little bit your range, try really hard not to hit the ground. Even if you take it to just a hold, you got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. All right, guys, this is the end of this block and we get a little break. Ready? Here we go. In, reach, in, reach. Excellent. Come on, stick with it. All the way through. Nice, guys. No stopping now. Hold if you have to. Come on, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Grab yourself a drink of water. Catch your breath. You don't need any equipment moving into this next block. The biggest difference in this block is going to be the amount of time we're spending on each exercise. We were hitting 30 seconds, which even when the exercises are wearing you out, 30 seconds is relatively short. We're doubling that time now, so we're gonna go to 60 seconds. We're gonna start with our walkout all the way to flat, which means we are starting from a full stand all the way down to the entire body flat on the ground. As much as we do not like this exercise, there are a lot of really good benefits for it. We are working a lot of range of motion with the low back, the hamstrings, flexibility and mobility through the entire back side of the body, through the shoulders as well, getting all the way down flat, and a lot of strength just for getting up off the ground, which is always important to work. So you should be relatively rested by this point. We are going to start with a nice big reach to the ceiling, but take big deep breath, and here we go. Reach down and touch those toes, keeping the knees as straight as you can. We're going to walk out. Find your plank, lower your body to the ground. We're going to bring that body back up, and we're going to walk it back. Big reach, and repeat. So remember, on our drop to the ground, your goal is to stay as straight as you can in your body. But as you come up, I don't care what happens. If you have to worm your body with a big old arch in the back to get up, perfectly fine. I just want you to get up off the floor. The faster, the better. But control the way down, back up, and big reach. Remember, on the walk in and the walk out, depending upon your shoulder strength, you may have to take a lot of little steps versus big steps. The stronger your shoulders are, the more they want to carry the weight, the bigger the steps you can take. But if you're coming back from injury, or your shoulders are just not as strong as you want them to be yet, it may take you 10 steps to get back, and that's perfectly fine. Last one coming up. To the ground, back to the feet. All right, we're gonna stay up on the feet. Sigh of relief for most of us. We're gonna take it into a sumo squat and reach. So we're gonna keep that big reach going. We're gonna add a little bit of arm movement to it for mobility. So feet nice and wide, toes turned out. Sumo squat meaning that as I squat, my knees are gonna go wide with my toes. So I'm gonna sit as low as I can, reaching my fingers to the ground with my collarbone and chest up tall. I'm gonna stand, and my arms are gonna go around behind. Reach, take them back, and reach it down again. Deep breath in, blow it away, and breathe normal at the bottom. In. Even though we are taking a nice big full squat, we are hopefully bringing that heart rate down just a little bit. Awesome. This is more of a slow movement. Last one coming up. Excellent. All right, we're going to get into a little bit of that balance. Standing on one leg, we're going to combine a single leg toe touch with a mini squat standing on my left leg. In any way that I feel like, I'm going to reach down to that foot with my opposite hand. You can take it as a straight leg on the bottom. You can take it with a little bit of a bend. You're just reaching for that foot. When you get to the top, we're going to add a mini squat from that bottom leg. 30 seconds on each side. Here we go. Big reach. Good. Work within wherever your balance and your range of motion is today. The legs are a little bit more tired from the band work that we did, so balance may seem a lot harder than it usually is. But persevere. If you have to tap that foot, tap it and get right back up. Last one. And let's switch sides. Take a nice deep breath in. Find a focal spot out in front. Here we go. Toe touch first. Reach down to the ground. And that little squat. Very good. Just like we talked about in our pointers with all of our points of contact. We still have 3 points of contact right now. We've got our big toe, our pinky toe, and your heel. So for as much as it feels like, oh, lost my balance, as much as it feels like I'm just wobbling all over the place, think about those 3 points and make them fight. Last one. All right, very good. We're going to go down to the floor to finish this round. We're going to take another combo exercise. We're going to combine our leg lift with a crunch. So for the leg lift, I'm going to take my arms down by my side. Gives me a little bit more support in my low back and my lower abs. You can also take them out to the side for more challenge. We're going to take a long leg lift first. Reaching them out as far as you can, pressing that low back into the ground. When you get back to the top, we're going to take left hand toward the right leg, right hand toward the left leg, and repeat. And reach, and keep going. You got options with those arms. If on the reach your neck is bothering, take one hand behind your head and leave it there to support your neck. If that low back is bugging you on a leg lift, remember to shorten your lever by bending the knees, and that will provide you with a little bit of relief on the pressure on that low back. We got time for one more. Big reach. And up. And up. All right, guys, bring it on back up. We have one final round. Adjust my mat. So remember, we started with our walkouts, full minute, all the way to flat. So now that we have a good grasp on what we're doing, we're trying to pick up that pace. How many times do you think you can get down and back up in this minute? Set yourself a goal. For most of us, it's going to be somewhere in the 4 or 3 to 6 range. Ready, set. Here we go. Tap those toes, walk on out. Down to the ground, back up. Good. Whether you are going my pace or not is not important. You go your pace. Big reach every time. Remember, as you walk back up, you are trying not to bend the knees too much. You may have to take your feet a little bit farther apart. That's okay. Come on, guys. We're looking at 20 seconds to go. Stay with it. Last time on these. You got this. When you get back to your feet after the one that you're on, stay there. Excellent. Give you a few seconds to come up and meet me if you're not on your feet yet. We are into that glorious sumo squat and big reach. Feet go nice and wide. Abs in nice and tall. Chest and collarbone are tall. Think about them staying up toward the ceiling, or if you were looking in a mirror, you could see the collarbones the whole time. Don't let the chest fall forward. 3, 2, 1. Knees wide, reach. Big overhead squeeze. Reach. And squeeze. Awesome, guys. Keeping it going. Sitting back in those hips. Squeezing the glutes together on the way up. Fantastic. And that minute seems long, but stay with it. Try to focus on your breathing. Focus on sitting nice and low. Squeezing those glutes on the way up. We got one more coming up. Excellent job. We got 2 moves to finish us out here. Starting with our single leg toe touch to mini squat. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Find that focal point like we talked about. Everything is pulled tight. Every time you stand up, think about a string going through the navel, all the way through the spine, to the ceiling. And time. Switching sides. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stay with it, guys. All right, take it to the ground. We're gonna finish out right here with our leg lift to crunch. Legs up in the air, hands supporting wherever you want them to. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice long reach. Back to the top. Reach a hand. Reach a hand. Very nice. We are focusing on full front side of the core here. Make each one count. Nice long reach. Pressing that low back down. And then as you reach up toward those feet, hips are tucked under. Low back is pressing down still. We are getting close, guys. Looking at the last 10 seconds right here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. All right, guys. Great workout today. We had a little bit lower in the heart rate intensity, but a little bit more focus in certain movements of mobility, especially with the shoulders getting all the way down flat today, and then with that sumo big reach up and over. So make sure you get yourself a nice cool down and stretch. Head back to my video if you would like. A lot of good rotation in that stretch. All right, have a great rest of your week. I hope that you repeat this one more time, and I look forward to seeing you the next week.